We're entering the second week of Modern Horizons previews and we're already full up on craziness. In today's video, we've got Swords of Stuff and Stuff, one of the most infamous legendary creatures of all time, a powerful counterspell, and more. I do hope you're enjoying these preview videos, and if you are, be sure to hit the like button below the video, helps out a lot. Now, without further ado, let's jump into some spoilers. Hoorah! Sword of Sinew and Steel is 3 mana for an artifact equipment with an equip cost of 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and from red. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target planeswalker and up to 1 target artifact. Getting more swords in the cycle is always cool. What makes Sword of Sinew and Steel cool is that protection from black and red are both incredibly relevant everywhere. Black and red both have copious amounts of targeted removal as well as small creatures that get in the way. Having protection from both of those colors is a huge boon. The problem comes with the triggered ability. It's much narrower than most any sword we've seen. It requires your opponent to have a planeswalker or an artifact, hopefully both. If they have both, it's devastating, and if they don't, not so much. And that's where this differentiates itself from every other sword we've ever seen. They all have value no matter what's on the field. Their power isn't based on a specific type of permanent your opponent may or may not have. As far as triggered abilities go, this is by far the most unreliable, but that is made up for kind of by the 2 relevant protection colors. This is a tough sword to evaluate, but my gut says it isn't all that impressive. Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Sword of Truth and Justice is 3 mana for an artifact equipment with an equip cost of 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and from blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, then proliferate. Now this is a sword I can get excited about. It's crazy for a few reasons. First, having protection from white is nice when trying to avoid removal or tiny creatures. Second, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. It doesn't say target, which means you can legit put it anywhere you want. Even if something has Shroud from Lightning Greaves, doesn't matter, anywhere you want. Also, since it doesn't target, your opponents are going to have to know when to use their removal correctly. And after all this is said and done, you get to proliferate. So obviously you're playing this in Atraxa, everyone is going to hate you even more than they already do, and we can all live miserably together forever. This sword is great for Commander, and I expect to see it there for the foreseeable future. Lastly, that artwork, hottest of dangs. The Talisman cycle has finally been finished. The blue-red Talisman of Creativity, the red-white Talisman of Conviction, the green-blue Talisman of Curiosity, the white-black Talisman of Hierarchy, which has my favorite artwork by the way, love chess, and finally the black-green Talisman of Resilience. The original Talismans were printed all the way back in original Mirrodin, so the fact that the cycle is finally complete is really cool. These are going to see most of their play in Commander, where uncolored decks are always looking for more ramp and fixing, even at the cost of a life point occasionally. I don't expect players to go nuts over these, but the cycle was worth completing. They're pretty cool. Archmage's Charm is triple blue for an instant, choose 1. Counter target spell, target player draws 2 cards, gain control of target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. Oh, it's like a mini cryptic command. Triple blue is obviously a heavy color investment, but the versatility is impressive to say the least. This card is 100% modern playable. If you can't counter something and you don't want to waste that mana, you can just draw 2 cards at instant speed for 3 mana, no big deal. Then if you're against humans, or spirits, or Death Shadow, or Affinity, or elves, or Soul Sisters, or a bunch of other things, you can steal something. That last mode is crazy strong. It takes like half of the format right now. It's so good. Archmage's Charm is absolutely going to see play in Modern. It basically has to control magic, a counter spell, and draw a spell on the same card. Recipe for success. Spell Snuff is 1 of anything and 2 blue for an instant counter target spell. It also has Fateful Hour. If you have 5 or less life, draw a card. Fateful Hour? Really? Come on, this is not good. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited and grateful for Archmage's Charm, but enough is enough with these cancel clones. I know there's additional text on this card, but there might as well not be. Fateful Hour? Seriously? Why? This isn't counterspell, that makes me sad. But even worse than that, it's just cancel. It is. I'm never going to use that Fateful Hour trigger, ever. I'm just not. I can't even with this anymore. I'm so frustrated with cancel clones. Ugh. String of Disappearances is 1 blue mana for an instant, return target creature to its owner's hand, then that creature's controller may pay 2 blue. If the player does, they may copy this spell and may choose a new target for the copy. So basically this is the unsummoned version of Chain Lightning, and that's hilarious. It has Seb McKinnon art, so we already know it's stupidly gorgeous, all good there. As for playability, Unsummon already has a niche place in competitive formats, so maybe this could replace it, but the only reason you'd want to do that is if your opponent getting an Unsummon somehow helped you, or you could start unsummoning summoning your own things, but that seems superfluous and expensive. Card's weird, it's definitely weird. Could be interesting in a multiplayer commander game where you make a deal with another blue player at the table, maybe? I'm not sure, the card's peculiar. Yawgmoth Thran Physician is 2 of anything and 2 black for a 2/4 legendary creature human cleric with protection from humans. You can pay 1 life and sacrifice another creature to put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. You can also pay 2 black mana and discard a card to proliferate. Oh my goodness, Yawgmoth finally got a card. This is so exciting, it's so good. Not only does he finally have a card, but we actually get to see what he looks like. Not even lying to you, Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is as close as we've ever really gotten to seeing Yawgmoth. This is his first likeness, and it's awesome. Check out his belt, nice Phyrexian symbol. He just looks so evil. What's super interesting is that just like when Liliana was younger, he's a human cleric. That is the best. Now, enough nerding out. Playability wise, Yawgmoth is an absolute house in Commander, the ultimate sacrifice engine. He sacrifices life and creatures for knowledge and destruction, but he does it for free, no mana cost. Then he throws that knowledge away for even more decay and death. This is the perfect card for him. He's gonna make an excellent commander. He's gonna make a thoroughly destructive addition to any Hapatra deck, Atraxa deck, the Scorpion God, the list goes on and on. Yawgmoth is everything I've ever wanted, and I couldn't be happier with the card. I would start looking at Necroskitter and cards like Geralf's Messenger if you want to start having fun. Collector Oof is 2 mana for a 2/2 Oof. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. This card is excellent for Modern. It's green stony silence on a creature, which means it's perfect for any green deck, especially one without red or white that may lack ways to deal with mass artifacts in the sideboard. It basically turns off the entire affinity deck, and that alone is reason enough to earn it a sideboard slot. 2 mana 2/2s are looking real good in this set. Even the non-bears are still really good bears. Nature's Chant is 1 of anything and 1 hybrid white and green mana for an instant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay, so basically we're looking at a strictly better disenchant and a strictly better naturalize. Talk about value. Taking both of these usable cards and putting them together without any additional tax on mana is great. More versatile casting for the same effect, sweet quality of life upgrade for competitive and casual formats alike. I love seeing cards like this, it's a nice common. I'm still floored that we actually got a Yawgmoth card. That means that we have both Urza and Yawgmoth. Talk about iconic masters. That would have been so iconic, just saying. Anyways, the set's looking insane with the addition of today's counterspell, swords, oof, bear, and more. I think we're finally seeing the set's modern power come to light. I need to know what you're thinking about everything we've seen so far and we are still hoping for. So please leave your thoughts down below and we'll talk about it. And as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. This video is brought to you in part by TCGplayer.com. Modern Horizons promises to be one of the most absurd sets of Magic in a long time with tons of powerful cards. You can pre-order boxes of the set to be shipped right to your door on release for $216 each by clicking the link on the screen. It's a great deal, great service, and by buying through TCG Player, you help out the channel a bunch, so really it's a win for everyone. Click that link, get yourself some swag, a product, and enjoy.